I'm not gonna lie, there are a couple things that I wish I knew after playing Zenless for just under 2 years now. This would have honestly saved me so much resources, time, and honestly headaches. So do yourself a favor and watch this video all the way through because these tips are definitely gonna help you. Alright, so starting off with number one, don't waste all your resources early upgrading every character that you get. You get a lot of A ranks for free when you start off Zenless Zone Zero. A ranks are decent options when you first start your game, but later down the line, you actually start replacing them with a lot of different S rank options. Nicole, to this day, is definitely worth building. She's pretty much an S rank agent herself. So that's one agent that you probably should build. But outside of her, every single 4-star is going to get replaced out of your account for 5-star units. Focus solely on one team. You don't want to spread yourself thin or look at that Ben that's level 40 in your account just sitting there from the mistakes that you made 2 years ago. Trust. Another tip I really wish I knew was do not focus so heavily on drive discs. During the early game, you should really be focused on your core skill and your skills. Look up the agent, find out what skills you should be upgrading first, and do that. By the time you reach Internaut level 50 is when you should be farming for discs because you get 2 guaranteed drops per commission. You really need to lock in on getting those guaranteed upgrades before you start messing with any sort of RNG when it comes to the drive discs, man, because drive discs are inconsistent. You will have a bad time if that is what you're focusing on. I mean, take it from me, I was too also a rando not effing my agents. Oh my god, that terminology is outlandish, brother. But yeah, I used to not get my agents to F, and I would also wonder why I was struggling so much not clearing endgame or not getting any high points. Like, what was I thinking, bro? I was spending so much resources on drive discs that weren't even good. Yeah, don't do that. All right, moving on to tip number 3. This one I really wish I could go back and tell myself, but this is me knowing things in the future, and I didn't know that this was actually going to be a thing. Though, honestly, I had a feeling that they were going to start using those chips for something differently. I knew I should have started saving them and doing it, but here we go. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, you know those chips that you can now redeem for that currency that you can use for a W engine now? You can do the 3 boss runs that you get for free every week without spending any stamina to try to get some of those drops. So if you're in the early game right now, you should be really locked in on doing that. Get those commissions done every single reset. That is a free S rank W engine that you would be missing out on if you do not do those commissions by the time you reach Internaut level 60, that is. Tip number 4 that I wish I knew: don't pull every single banner agent. Don't pull every single banner agent. Yeah, I gotta say twice, maybe even a third time, man, to get it through your skull, because I could not get it through my skull. I watched all the advice videos, brother, and I was still right there, hopelessly addicted to the gacha. Yes, Zenless is generous. You start off the game with hundreds of pulls, bro. So many pulls. Even to this day, Zenless is generous. As a player that's been playing this game for 2 years now, I can confidently say that the Zenless devs are different. But that still does not mean that you should be spending all your Polychromes on every single unit that comes out. They're not gonna all work together. Yeah, they look cool, and everyone's having fun playing the character, right? But you don't need it on your account. If your account is mainly focused on Anomaly, then why are you pulling on a stunner, brother? Don't do that. Only pull on characters that you truly want and need, because the last thing that you need is a Jane Doe sitting on your account collecting dust because you decided to pull on Alice. This next thing that I wish I knew ties in actually really nicely with the last tip, and it's that power creep is inevitable. It's gonna happen. Your favorite character is gonna be worse than the newest one, and you're gonna have to learn to be okay with that unless you got some really deep pockets, brother, because a new character costs $300, and that's $300 a month, bro. So yeah, $300 a month just because you want to stay up to date with the meta is kind of wild. Another thing that I've probably talked about a million times already, but I should really mention it in this video specifically for you new players: pull Heartstring Nocturne. It is one of the only universal W engines in Zenless Zone Zero. W engines are so tied to their specific character in Zenless, it is ridiculous. And Heartstring Nocturne is pretty much one of the only ones that is universal. That thing gives you a free 50% crit damage. It also gives crit rate for the substat and a ton of attack. That's one of the best W engines in the game. I cannot state that enough. Another W engine that you should actually consider picking up, especially now that you can get it for free, it's Ice Jade Teapot. That W engine works surprisingly well with so many different stunners. It's lighter, second best in slot. You can run it on trigger, 2 of the best stunners in the game. Yeah, don't sleep on Ice Jade Teapot. Just to throw in one more W engine for the sake of it, Tusk of Fury is actually really good for a lot of defense agents. Yeah, there isn't very many, but it's universal. The passive effect, every defense agent can run it, so it's pretty much the best in slot for every defense agent other than Zhao. If you want a more detailed breakdown on what W engine is the best for each category, then you should probably check out my The Only W Engines You'll Ever Need video. I went into detail as to why I think each one of those W engines is the best for the category, so that might help you out. Tip number 7 that I wish I knew sooner is that if you unlocked where each one is from and you've been doing your commissions there, then you could actually go back to 6th Street and scratch the ticket, not completely, but scratch it to be able to see what's underneath. And if you do not get any polychromes from there, then you could actually just go back and roll the dice to try to get some polychromes from there. It's like 2 different chances to get polychromes. I'm sure it would add up after 2 years of doing it daily. Just saying. And the last and most important piece of advice I have for you is that you shouldn't rush to endgame. You should be focused on doing everything that I told you in this video. Focus on building your characters, do everything the right way. If you rush to endgame, you're basically rushing your base in Clash of Clans, brother. What are you doing? We learned this back in kindergarten, bro. Come on. Honestly, because what is the point of reaching endgame if you're not going to be able to clear it for the next 3 to 4 months because you're going to be stuck here trying to fix and pick up the pieces from your account because you put money into it and time. Like, some of these accounts that I've seen people work on, oh my, I I don't know how that happens, bro. How does one actually break their account? Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. Rushing to endgame. Don't do that. And that's going to be the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this one as well. I'll catch you in the next one. All right. Peace out.